ladies and gentlemen, it's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Sunday morning. It's 10:30. It's time for the Supplemental. That's right. Every Saturday morning we get together, every Sunday morning we get together and we do three things. We talk about your national days of the week. We talk about a comedy, a charity, or a community event that we want you to know about. And then we finish it off with the fan favorite portion of the show, This Week in History, trivia style. It takes us about 30 minutes to start it off, but it's a great way to start your Sunday. So that's what we got. You got some of our regulars bouncing around. And that I keep noticing that that's starting to fail. It's just falling on its own. Let's push it down. Even out that weight distribution a little bit. Maybe that'll do it. We are live on the Talk of the Ticks, and at the same time, we are live on the Book of Faces. Let me put this over here and get started with your national days of the week. Excuse me. Starting with Monday. Let me look at it, see which one I'm going to choose, and then come back to you. Ooh, that's a good start. That's a good start. We're going with that one. Monday, September 29th. It's National Coffee Day. Now, I don't know about you, but I like my coffee. And I don't drink excessive amounts of it. Yeah, like anything, you shouldn't drink excessive amounts of anything, right? And coffee's another one of those things. You shouldn't drink a lot of it. So, I've got myself down to about 2 cups a day. 1 cup in the morning to get my day going. 1 cup after I finish my watch to get me through the rest of the day. Could I drink more? You best believe it, because I like coffee. But coffee comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And what I like about them most is that they're real good lovers. I think we're going to roll that into this week's question of the week. You get an early opportunity to answer questions of the week for the other show. What's your favorite kind of coffee? How do you take your coffee? The running joke I had for years when I was married to someone else, I would say I like my coffee like I like my women, black and bitter. And then that relationship came to an end, and another relationship started, and I had to change the way I like my coffee. And now I like my coffee blonde and sweet. It's delightful. It's delicious. So this week's question of the week is inspired by Monday 29th, National Coffee Day. Now, because you like to distract me with commentary, what I am choosing to do is look at comments and stuff in between the national days of the week, and also taking a sip. Now, normally I'd have some snarky comments on there by now. I have none. I got them over there. There we go. I just needed to make sure it works. Caramel vanilla creamer. Oh, that's a good one. And dark roast is a good choice too. I like the French roast. In all of the scales of coffee, the French one is the strongest that you can get. My wife likes strong coffee on top of her glass of creamer. All right. We don't do international. Stupid AI. Orange Shirt Day. National Day. I don't know why. Let's just go with this. Tuesday, September 30th. It's National Chewing Gum Day. We have had this discussion before. This will not convert into a question of the week, but I am curious, for those who are here right now, what's your favorite chewing gum? High C, I think, is the one I was trying to remember the name of for a very long time. I'm pretty sure it was a chewing gum with a liquid center. And I like that. But when you get older and you get a bunch of work done in this area, when you get a bunch of work done in that area, you got to be careful on what chewing gums you choose, because you got to get the ones that don't stick to your dentures and your appliances. James is a Hubba Bubba fan, and I shouldn't be looking at the comments until after I finish with the day of the week, because it runs too long and it gets all hubbly bubbly. Celebrate however you want the end of the fiscal year, Saturday, September 30th, National Chewing Gum Day. Winter Fresh is a good one. Winter Fresh, Spearmint, Big Red. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. And then there's a lot of bad ones. Lately, I've been noticing a lot of bad ones. Like, you get the little container, and you can have one for you, or you can share. It's got the 2 openings. And you take one of those or a couple of those, and the flavor lasts like 30 seconds. Like, ooh, yay, chewing gum. Gone. Just gone. Those suck. Hate those. How are we going to start off? International Coffee Day. Hilarious. I mean, not really giving me a lot of options to choose from here. But if I wanted it done right, I would have done it myself. Instead, I used AI. Here we go. Wednesday, October the 1st, the beginning of the new fiscal year, is National Homemade Cookie Day. How about some homemade cookies? The best part about homemade, there's 2 things that make homemade cookies better than store-bought cookies. Number 1, you get to lick the bowl. And number 2, you get to smell up your house. That's the only reason homemade cookies are better than store-bought cookies. Store-bought cookies are tasty, delicious, less fuss. Homemade cookies, lots of fuss, some bowl licking, and very aromatic. I don't know when's the last time we had homemade cookies. I am not the reaper of the benefits that my spouse provides. She will bake something tasty and delicious for her workmates, and I just get to smell it. I don't even get to lick the bowl. She cleans the bowl before I can lick it. I'm a good licker. I can lick a bowl, and I got a big nose. I could take in the aromas. If you had the option, what will you make on the beginning of the new fiscal year? Wednesday, October the 1st, National Homemade Cookie Day. I ain't got enough of that sugar crisp. Yeah, I like nuts and chocolate, and peanut butter. Basically, like all my favorite ice cream things, if you put that in a cookie, I would eat that. I will eat all cookies. Let's be clear. Chocolate chip is fine, especially because they made that easy with the little Pillsbury dough, just slice and dice. I will never eat your cookies. If you bring in a big old dish of cookies to work, I will not touch them. I know, you might find that hard to believe. You're like, that guy is going to eat my cookies. Nope. No, because cookies are they are a good conduit for revenge. And I've seen it take place. And the fact that I don't eat other people's homemade cookies saved me a lot of trauma. So if you make homemade cookies, eat them at home. Don't bring them to work. They're for you. Not for me. I can't do it. Chocolate chip or raspberry preserves almond drop cookies sound amazing. Raspberry preserves almond drop. You're a mom. I'm sure you're making cookies. What kind of cookies what was the last cookie you made? Him downstairs. We want some cookies. because it keeps you healthy and not to eat the germs. It's not the germs. One day we'll talk about the great cookie disaster. Not here. I don't want to do that to anybody. All right, let's take a look over here. Ooh, okay. No. Well, good. We're gonna go with that one. Thursday, October 2nd. It's National Custodial Workers Recognition Day. We have custodial workers in the area. We have one young lady, Rosalinda, and she does the entire building. Now, later in the day, other people, they slip in and they do some stuff. But for the most part, we all know Rosa. She does it all. Okay? We know that. And then there's another section where there's all special needs people. And bless their heart, they work hard. Maybe unnecessarily. They take a long time to do things because it's a little bit of a challenge for them. But they're good kids, they're good peoples, you know. They say nice things and they want to talk to you. And do you know the people that work in your building? Once upon a time, there was a professor that failed everyone in his class. And it was on ethics or business or something along those lines. And here was the entire curriculum for the course. Come in, listen to his lectures, and while he's lecturing, there was a custodial worker who would make her rounds during that lecture. And at the end of the semester, there was a one-question exam. And the question is, what is the custodian worker's name? If you knew the custodian worker's name, you passed the class. If you didn't, you missed an important part of business. Know the people that you work with and who work for you. Think about that. And then the next time you see a custodial worker, ask them their name. And you can do that on Thursday, October the 2nd, National Custodial Workers Day. And there's a good chance they're probably a Jehovah's Witness. All right, I saw some comments. I go, well, what did I miss about cookies? Yeah, you missed out on the cookies. She wants some cookies. Look, Chick Brew popped in. How cool is that? I really like it when she pops in. All right, here's the thing. We go over here, we look. Oh, that's a good one. That's not such a good one. I don't like it when you do that. I don't know what to do with that. We're going to go with this one. No, because it's a World Day. I don't know what to do with this. And that will be what gets me there. Friday, October the 3rd, finish your week with National Boyfriend Day. I have friends who are boys. Actually, I would have man friends. It'd be a National Man Friend Day. One of my man friends, I have his picture on a piece of clothing. I have multiple pictures of this man on a piece of clothing that I wore Friday for the Warno, and I also wore at work Friday because it was Hawaiian Shirt Day. And my man friend, he's got a Hawaiian shirt face as my shirt, and I enjoy that. It makes a lot of people happy to see his face on my shirt. So you may have a boyfriend. You could do something. I don't know. I don't know. It's the boyfriend thing that just throws me off. It's National Boyfriend Day, and I ain't got a boyfriend. I don't know what to do. And I don't encourage boyfriends. I encourage celibacy for everyone. We should all go back to the monastery. It is not. In the comments, I'm not going to repeat what you say, and I'm not going to get distracted by the comments when I do the thing. I do the comments after I do the thing. So that's Friday, October the 3rd. Find a way to celebrate if it pertains National Boyfriend Day. And boyfriends out there, if you get some celebratory things happening to you on National Boyfriend Day, earn it. You know what I'm saying? Earn it. Be a good boyfriend. Girlfriend, wife, spouse, you name it. Be good. I think that's kind of what we do. I'm going to look at the comments, and then we'll get into Saturday. What is happening here? I'm saying, does he eat other people's homemade cookies? I do not. Beagle Day, it is not. Hi, hello, how are you? What is happening here? Why I got a boyfriend if he buys me stuff? I bought you lunch. Am I your boyfriend? All right. Here are the options. I'm just telling you, I know which one I'm going to use, but just so you know. The first one was National Vodka Day. Can I talk about vodka? You best believe it. Followed by another option, Cinnamon Roll Day. Yes, I could. And then Golf Lovers Day. I would talk about my friend Pete, but I can't do any of those because it's this day. Saturday, October the 4th, is National, International, Global St. Francis of Assisi Day. Now, if you remember our previous papa, he was a Saint Francis, and he was a Franciscan. And St. Francis of Assisi and my family, well, we've got a lot of history together, okay? St. Francis of Assisi, patron saint of pets and animals. I wasn't an altar boy, but my father was. So one day, watching Jeopardy, the question comes up, and he yells out, St. Francis of Assisi! And he was correct. I think it was a Final Jeopardy question. And we never lived it down that he knew that. So when it came time to buy me statues, because, you know, I deserve them, he bought me a St. Francis of Assisi statue, which, strangely enough, was broken by my cat. I don't know how you want to celebrate Saturday, October the 4th, St. Francis of Assisi Day, but find a way. Find a way. Yesterday morning, and yesterday, if you recall, was National Corned Beef Hash Day. I did a little Google searching, and I found a local restaurant that had corned beef hash, and I took my betrothed there for breakfast. When we do these national days of the week, we talk about just find a way to celebrate every day. And you can do that any way you want. But if you need a little inspiration, that's what I'm here for. Let's finish off this with our next one. Ugh. Heh heh. Oh, okay. God, these suck. We're just going to go with that one. Wait. Look at the comments. Question was, cookie, little parades in all little Italian districts. Hey, yeah. Okay. They're overlapping for some reason. Very strange. Sunday, October the 5th, is National, and I'm not making this up, Do Something Nice Day. Or as I call it, Day. Okay? I can't inspire you enough to try to do something nice every day. Your existence on this planet serves one purpose and one purpose only. Be nice. I was going to go with the opposite of that, but we'll stick with be nice. Be nice to the people that you work with and the people that you're around and the people that you come into contact with. You should do that all the time. But if you need a little gentle reminder, on the Sabbath, Sunday, October the 5th is National Do Something Nice Day. There you go. And that has been your National Days of the Week. In this week's comedy, community, charity thing that we talk about, it's getting real close. Sunday, October the 5th gets you closer. So the Wednesday after that, they're going to be doing the drawing. You do not need to be present to win. It is a cash drawing. First prize, $15,000. I don't know why I can't say place lately. First prize is $15,000 cold cash money, honey. After taxes, it's going to be about $750. Yeah, taxes, boy, they get you. So yeah, cold cash, $15,000. Tickets are $20 a piece, or $25 a piece, or you can buy 5 of them at the discounted $20 a piece. And if you're interested, and again, this collective cash raffle is done to raise money for a variety of animal rescues in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. Again, tickets are $25 a piece or $20 for 5 of them. You can buy your tickets at animals-r-us.org. animalsrus.org. And you can go on there, you can see how to buy the tickets, and you can also see a list of all of the charities that they support. So it's a good way to raise some money with the possibility of getting a little back on the back end. I think more and more about it every day. I've got my tickets. I got a good variety of tickets, but I'm pretty sure it's rigged. If I buy my tickets at the last minute and they give me the ticket numbers, I'm going to know how many tickets they sold. And then I'm also going to know what my odds really are, because all of those tickets that they don't sell, I bet you the people that are running this, they're going to say it's theirs. Ooh, it makes me so daggone angry that I don't trust anybody or anything. I want to trust. I'm trying to be good and be nice, and I'm going to trust that they've been doing this for a while. I've given them my money with the intention that money goes to help local animal rescues in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area, with the possibility of getting some on the back end. But because I don't trust anybody, I realize I'm not getting anything on the back end. And if I'm wrong, drinks on me. And that has been your char note. Your comedy, community, and charity note. All right, moving on. All right, define nice. That's funny. Just made 3 egg sausage, egg, and cheese burrito and tossed it in a skillet. That's about all nice I need. That's a good nice. Inappropriate. All right. Let's get going. Let's get it started with This Week in History. Trivia style. Oh, yeah, brother. Question number 1. On September 28th, 2008, what company successfully launched Falcon 1, the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit? September 28th, 2008, which company successfully launched Falcon 1, the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit? I read it twice to give you an opportunity, because I know that there's a delay, but I read it twice to give you an opportunity for you super smart ones to throw your answers out there, and that doesn't count against you, okay? Your answer before I read the multiple choice options doesn't count against you. But here we go with SpaceX. And SpaceX, that's Roger and James both saying it. Here are your options. Was it Blue Origin, SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, or Orbital Sciences? I am a shareholder in Virgin Galactic. So when your opportunity comes to fly into space on my airlines, please do. Please, I need that money. I need... Shut up. You're so funny. There we go. Okay. On next one, September. Everybody's saying SpaceX with the exception of Christina, who cannot help herself. On September 29th, 1829, the first official patrols of which organization took to the streets of London, giving us the nicknames Bobbies? And Jessica, SpaceX, Roger, SpaceX, James, SpaceX. I agree, it's SpaceX. September 29th, 1829. Who starts patrolling the streets of London? Was it the Bow Street Runners, the City of London Police, the London Metropolitan Police, or Scotland Yard? Which one was it? London Metropolitan Police is the first answer from Mr. Taney. Anybody else that wants to say that, I will accept LMP as the abbreviation. The Roman... Again, she cannot help herself. Hilarious. Hilarious. The only legitimate answer so far, named after Sir Roger Peel. Okay. The Bobbies were named after Sir Robert Peel. I don't know. Okay, I'll just take your word for it, man. Looking for other answers before I move on to the question. The Bow Street Runners is what Roger's going to go with. Interesting. Let's see. I also believe in, I'm with Jessica on LMP. I'm basically just going to mirror anything Jessica says. She's so smart. SMRT. Question number 3. On September 30th, 1938, leaders from Germany, Britain, France, and Italy signed what agreement? Later widely criticized as an act of appeasement. September 30th, 1938, Germany, Britain, France, and Italy signed an agreement, later widely criticized as an act of appeasement. Not trying to look at the answers, it was, I'm pretty sure it was something like the Non-Aggression Act. That's my not looking at the multiple choice answers. Basically, they said, no, we're fine. Nobody's gonna do anything. And that was a horrible mistake. Yes. When dealing with bad people, you must deal with them. You cannot let them continue to be bad, or badder things will happen. Let's look at what our multiple choice options are. Was it the Treaty of Versailles, the Locarno Pact, the Potsdam Agreement, or the Munich? Was it the Munich Agreement? Armistice Agreement is what Roger's going in with, but that was before he had his multiple choice options. Again, the Treaty of Versailles, the Locarno Pact, the Potsdam Agreement, or the Munich Agreement. September 30th, 1938, leaders from Germany, Britain, France, and Italy signed an agreement. I said, okay, James is going with Potsdam. Jessica is going to go with... I'm not even acknowledging it. I might smile, and that might be an acknowledgement. I'm not encouraging that behavior. I'll sign a pact with you. Roger goes with the Treaty of Versailles. Interesting. And Jessica is making me wait. She goes Munich, question mark. I also believe it is Munich. I believe it took place in Germany, where they all got together and said, if you don't mess with me, I'm not going to mess with you. And secretly, Germany's like, we're going to really mess with you. October the 1st, 1949. Which leader proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China? Who was the guy on October 1st, 1949 said, we're going to do this? Here are your options. Was it Chiang Kai-shek? Was it Mao Zedong? Was it Zhou Enlai? Or was it Sun Yat-sen? I feel like something Wong. We too low. Boom, bam, crash. October 1st, 1949, what leader proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China? Chiang Kai-shek, Mao Zedong, Zhao Enlai, or Sun Yat-sen? I don't think that was one of the answers. I like it. I like it. She almost Mao Zedong. I love the spelling of that, Mr. Taney. And Jessica. She's busy making eggs. Whatever. Sausages and burritos. She got to get that answer in. Zedong. Yes, I agree with Jessica all day today. Mao Zedong. Hopefully we're doing fine. October 2nd, 1780. Dung. Roger goes with dung. Sorry. October 2nd, 1780. Which British officer was hanged as a spy during the American Revolutionary War? What British officer was hanged? Hanged. The past tense of hanged is not hung. It's hanged. During the Revolutionary War, October the 2nd, 1780. Was it Benedict Arnold? Was it Major John Andre? Was it Lord Cornwallis? Or was it General Burgoyne? She's LOLing. That's what I want. I want her LOLing. Again, October the 2nd, 1780. What British officer was hanged as a spy during the American Revolutionary War? Benedict Arnold, option 1. Major John Andre, option 2. Lord Cornwallis, option 3. Or General Burgoyne. Pausing as I wait for your answers. Roger goes with Andre. I was just thinking about you the other day when you toured the Tower of London and you came back with like a history lesson of things I didn't know. Andre was hung, is what James says, and that's funny. I don't know if you intended it to be funny, but it's funny. Hanged. He may have been hung, but he was also hanged, is what you're saying, I think. Not responding to that answer, although I think a smile is still a response. Andre is what Jessica's going to go with, and since I've decided to attach my, what do you do when you attach yourself to somebody? I don't know. Attach my boat to her lanyard. I'll call it that. I'm going with Jessica. I believe it was also Major John Andre. Question number 6, October 3rd, 1990. All of us were alive. What major European event took place on October 3rd, 1990? James tried to change his answer to Benedict Arnold. And, okay. Again, you're keeping your own score, not me. I thought he was killed in a duel, but I think it was just Wonder that hung. All right. October 3rd, 1990. Symbiont. October 3rd, 1990. What major European event took place? Doesn't really leave us a lot. Let's look at our multiple choice options. Was it the fall of the Berlin Wall? Was it the Treaty of Maastricht signing? Was it the official reunification of East and West Germany? Or was it the Czechoslovakia split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia? I never liked the name Czech Republic. I liked the name Czechoslovakia. It was pretty easy. James pops in with the Berlin Wall, where I have been and took some of the best pictures I've ever taken of my wife, leaning against the remnants of the Berlin Wall. They'll sell you a little piece of the Berlin Wall. It's not really. It's just a piece of concrete. They call it, oh, look, it's a piece. It's not. It's just some concrete. They've been selling for years. Again, what happened on October 3rd, 1990? Was it the fall of the Berlin Wall? Funny. Was it the Treaty of Maastricht signing, the official reunification of East and West Germany, or the Czech Republic splitting into the Czech Republic and Slovakia? So I know when the Berlin Wall fell. Okay? If that's any indication, I could say that timeline isn't matching up for that thing. Jessica is going to go with the Czech Republic splitting. And because the Czech Republic split, I'm going to split with Jessica at this point. I'm done with her. I'm pretty sure it's the reunification. That happens after the wall comes down. And, wow, what a... James is now with the reunification. Split Czechs for dinner. I love that. That's a great answer. Thank you. So everybody's got their answers in. Final question. October 4th, 1957. Which satellite was launched, widely regarded as the start of the space age? What satellite was launched? Now look at the multiple choice options over here, okay? I think I got this without looking at my multiple choice options. I believe it was Sputnik. We'll find out if that's one of the multiple choice options now. Was it Explorer 1, Sputnik 1, Vanguard 1, or Pioneer 1? Those are your options, because on October 4th, 1957, a satellite was launched, beginning the start of the space age. James pops in with Sputnik. Roger with Sputnik. Answers, please. That's funny. The older folks, Alice Cramden. Here we go again. Same old jokes again. All right. This time it decided to give me the answers with data along with it. We'll see if any of that is worth reading. Jessica's going with Sputnik. We all went with Sputnik. I'm feeling good about this week's questions. I'm feeling good. September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 was a SpaceX product. The LMP, or the London Metropolitan Police, were the birth of the Bobbies. The München Agreement, yes, the one signed in Munich, was the beginning of the, in Italy, allowed the Nazi Germany's annexations of Sudetenland. It was bad. It was bad, okay, but it was the Munich Agreement. Jessica's killing it right now. Mao Zedong was the dude that started the People's Republic of China. Major John Andre was the one who was hanged, but he also may have been hung. October the 3rd, 1990 is German Unity Day. Unity! And that is when East and West got back together. It was not easy, for sure. There were several points where West Germany was like, no. Just go back to being East Germany. We don't want this stuff. And finally, Sputnik. So, I don't know if you were keeping track, but old T-Bone here went 7 for 7. So, what a great way to start your Sunday, as we say often. A new episode of the LUNSB Show will be taped. All the stuff going on here. New episode of the LUNSB Show will be taped later today, so stand by for that. Where our new question of the week will be, what's your favorite coffee? We're not going to do the cookie thing, but we may talk about cookies. Cookies. And hopefully this week we'll talk about a previous question of the week where we talk about what is your favorite one-hit wonder. That has been some interesting discussions. Forward was bumping with that Unity ring. Unity! Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. The lady with all the beagle things, she sends her love. Got 4 improved over last week by 1. All right. Thanks for playing, everybody. It was a great time. See you next week. Stay safe. Bye.